All right, hello and welcome everyone to another In Short review. Full disclosure, before we get started, I was provided with a code for Hat in Time's second DLC. I'm a backer of the game on Kickstarter from way back in 2013, and I play Magic the Gathering with the community manager of the game regularly at conventions. So, with all of that out of the way, let's get started. Hat in Time is a 3D puzzle platformer collectathon that originally came out in 2017 and has since received 2 DLC packs, Sealed the Deal and the Yakuza Metro, the Metro being the most recent, very recent, release for the game. Now, I'm gonna assume you all understand what the puzzle and platformer aspects of this game mean, but are maybe far less familiar with the term collectathon to describe a game. Collectathons are generally level-based and encourage you to get as much of all of the things as possible. Super Mario 64, Banjo-Kazooie, and Donkey Kong 64 originally popularized it with their collecting of all of the coins, stars, feathers, Jinzos, Jiggies, and bananas you could get your hands on, and A Hat in Time is directly inspired by those games of old. You, as the smug alien hat kid, lose all your timepieces in the intro to the game and must run, jump, slap, bomb, ice stomp, dimension hop, and time stop through the levels of the game in search of them so your spaceship can return you home. It's a basic and kid-friendly adventure that is made extremely enjoyable by the plethora of character and just straight up fun injected into the people you meet across the various levels, whether that be Mustache Girl, who wants you to help her in taking down the mafia of Mafia Town, the seals of the first DLC, which are just cavity-inducing adorableness, or Snatcher, who steals your soul and forces you to work for him to get it back. Okay, maybe Snatcher is not so obviously fun injected, but I think he's great personally and is also the sole proprietor of the best piece of music in the game, which is going to play over this review now. Speaking of the music, as you can no doubt hear and have been hearing, it's wonderful, and just like the incredible art of the game gives each level a sort of different mood. For the sake of not spoiling the themes or what happens in all of the game's 7 hub worlds, I'm going to talk fairly vaguely about most of them, but the one I am not going to vaguely describe is the Yakuza Metro, the newest DLC for the game, which adds a large open world hub where you work for the leader of the cat Yakuza, thus the pun in the title of the DLC, exploring all of the districts to find timepieces that she wants, but much more importantly, gives you a ton of fun cosmetics in this huge area to earn that you can use to replace your umbrella, which is usually your melee weapon, with a baseball bat, then mug enemies for pawns, which is the generic currency of the world, and then eat cat-shaped burgers, with a hilarious voiceover for all of the various things you can buy from the vendors in the entire area. It's like, I'm just gonna, here, just listen to this. This shit is great.
Hamburger, meat, lettuce, and buns grilled and served with condiments. While some may prefer meat alternatives and some skip the lettuce, all greatly prefer the presence of the buns.
Okay, now that you're back, that is not to say that the base game doesn't have plenty of hilarious things and also cosmetics to earn, as the many bonus levels of the game will give you access to different options for the 5 special hats that you can switch between to solve various problems after you've acquired them, and even color palettes on top of that to customize them further. Now, I could likely end this video here and not really talk about the Death Wish challenges that I have not yet fully completed, but let's talk about the Death Wish challenges. Death Wish is the second part of the first DLC hosted by Snatcher that adds a bunch of remix levels with increasingly difficult challenges to complete. These challenges are almost certainly too hard for much younger players, but for experienced platformer players, they offer a fantastic test of skill and really hammered home for me just how well the game controls by making me use the full tool set that the game provides you with to complete levels much faster than you'd regularly need to in the main game, and having a lot tighter, more focused levels than you'll find in the main game as well. Death Wish's edition really is what makes A Hat in Time feel more like a game for everybody and not just for a younger audience. To wrap all this up in a neat little bow, I'll just say that A Hat in Time is incredible, whether you're just looking for a heavy dose of 90s nostalgia from those games you played as a kid, or a fun adventure with endearing characters and a great feeling platformer on top of all of that. It is an exceedingly easy 10 out of 10 for me, barring some of the very obvious problems that are in all 3D platformers, which is that there are some minor camera issues in certain areas. That being said, as I stated, that kind of stuff is in literally all 3D platformers pretty much, so I'm gonna give it a pass on it. I would very easily suggest this game to literally anyone who likes platforming or just wants to have a good time. The game is just so like pure and fun, and the characters are just so wonderful that you really should just play it. Like, just having, it's one of those games that I'm just going to suggest and show to people for a long time, because it's just so wholesome and purely good and fun. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. If anyone wants to see me play through the Nakusa Metro, I did that recently on stream over on twitch.tv/Brozime. But otherwise, I will see you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you like these kind of in-short reviews. I know I've only done one other one, which was Anthem, and that was kind of the exact reverse of this review. But if you guys enjoyed this, let me know in the comments. I'd appreciate it. Any feedback on how it's structured, anything like that would be awesome. So yeah, I will see you guys later.
Tea, a hot drink made from boiling water and leaves of plants. Great for getting warmed up on a cold day, either when you drink it or when someone bumps into you. Cake, a sweet baked dessert, usually reserved for special occasions like birthdays, weddings, or 2 a.m.